If you have a YouTube channel yourself and you haven't been keeping abreast of the news, it might be wise for you to watch this video.
Those vegan guys. Thank you.
So this first part of this particular video is going to be kind of a follow-on to the live session Jason and myself did the other night, where we were talking about COPPA, the children's online protection thing that is coming into play in YouTube, well, has come into play, and anyone that has a channel will have noticed in the back engine that now when you upload a video you are required to click an option that says either this video is made for kids or no, this video is not made for kids. Now we've set our channel as not made for kids and all of our videos are set to not made for kids. We're going to have to see how that affects us. But I have been watching a lot of YouTube videos from a lot of much way bigger YouTubers than we could at this point ever dream to be, and they all seem to be extremely concerned not just about the COPPA thing but about YouTube's new terms of agreement. And one particular clause within those terms of those terms that kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So I'm going to insert the screenshots here that I took of this on a news program I watched, and I shall read. It says under account suspension and termination, YouTube may terminate your access or your Google account's access to all or part of the service if YouTube believes in its sole discretion that provision of the service to you is no longer commercially viable. Now, that to YouTubers like us with 2,500 subscribers, so on the scale of things within YouTube, we are minuscule, tiny. We are to YouTube, I should imagine, pretty much nothing. Which means that if this channel is not deemed to be commercially viable, I believe that the new terms come into play December the 10th, it could just disappear without warning. We won't get a warning, you won't get a warning, we'll just all wake up one day and the channel and all its content will no longer be there. Now the thought of that to us is a very difficult thing to think about, because as many of you know, this has become another of the greatest loves of my life and a bit of a lifeline, really. And the thought of it just not being there anymore is really, really worrying, deeply worrying. And you know, the only way of course that we can make the channel more commercially viable is by having loads more subscribers and loads more interactions, people watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos. And it's not just a difficult thing to think about from an emotional perspective, but from a very, very practical perspective too, because as you will know if you're regular viewers on the channel, we've been working so hard on this channel, particularly this year, 2019. We have given it our all. And what you may not know is that to produce a 30-minute edited video, let's consider like a shopping one for example, is anywhere between 5 and 10 hours, usually up more towards the 10-hour mark for a 30-minute video. YouTubers has been a real crutch for me the last 12 months. And I am having to mentally prepare for the possibility that it could just end. Which is a very difficult thing to face, of course, when you've been working so hard on something. So, as a plea to you, can we ask that you try to help our channel be more commercially viable? Share perhaps a video or two.
A few moments later.
Ruddy battery went in the camera just as I was getting passionate there. So yeah, what I was asking was if you could please help us. Hopefully the channel will stay. We won't be massively affected by COPPA, although if the FTC deem one of your videos to be made for kids, even if it's marked not, you can get fined $43,000. So everyone's worried on YouTube at the moment, and as I said earlier, watching some of the bigger YouTubers do videos about it has really concerned us. So I wanted to prepare ourselves and you for the possibilities, or possibility. What I didn't want to do was just us not be there anymore, because I know that a lot of you are connected with us only on YouTube. Some of you I'm also connected with on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, but many of you only on YouTube. And so if the channel suddenly disappears, you know why. It won't be us. And we are kind of really trying to make the channel bigger. We've tried pretty much everything that's been advised to us, sorting out your playlists into a good order and making each one of them as an official series. That's an ongoing process, but it has been done. Trying to make shorter videos that appeal to a bigger audience. We've started to do that. Having the right tags and key phrases and titles and thumbnails, again, an ongoing process. It's all a constant learning curve. It's all a constant thing, and it feels at the moment, with December the 10th looming, like a futile thing. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't necessarily feel like putting a lot of effort into making great vlogs at the moment, because if we do our 5 to 10 hours on vlogs and then suddenly, and we've worked hard to make sure that we promote a down-to-earth vegan Christmas, you know, so that was what all of this was about this morning. I wanted to just make sure that you knew, prepare myself, prepare myself, I mean really. Still not got over being kicked off a TV show from 3 years ago. These things are sent to try us, and try as they do, am I right? In other news, randomly there is another episode of Drag Race, a kind of reunion show, so we might be doing another little episodette to talk about that. After, of course, we've done our me and Stuart, as the Vegan Queens, have done our drag brunch this weekend. Anyway, I've waffled enough. Wasn't meant to worry you. It is a plea for help. Please help us to become more commercially viable by sharing us, sharing our channel, sharing an individual video with friends and family, asking them, would you please subscribe? Thank you so much for watching this, me being an emotional wreck and a scaredy cat, perhaps not a scaredy cat, in my kitchen, but it was important to share this information with you. Be excellent to yourself and each other.
Really hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe, it helps us out loads.
It really does. And check down there in the description because you'll find loads of links. The 2 ways that you can best support us to keep this channel going are through becoming a patron on our Patreon down there in the description, or buying our merch, darling. Fabulous link down there. We deal with a fabulous vegan company called Vegan Original. Check it out, guys.